That is quite a lineup to get onto the streetcars. So instead, what I think I'll do is walk down to the waterfront. And I'm here at Union Station. And hello there, it is Saturday, May 18th, 3:08 p.m. is the time. And outside it's about 20 degrees Celsius. And for whatever reason, I decided to head up this way to leave Union Station. I certainly could have found a shorter route. And it is the Victoria Day long weekend. So the plan was to go start down on the waterfront around Yonge and Queens Quay, and then go for a walk west through a few different waterfront parks and finish up over near Billy Bishop Island Airport. And I'm still going to do that. But we're just going to start here and head south down Bay Street. There will be a timestamp in the description for when this one starts at the waterfront, if you just want to skip ahead to that part. Here's Bay Street, and there's a look to the north, up into the financial district. And Victoria Day is a Canadian holiday on which the British sovereign's birthday is celebrated. In 1845, during the reign of Queen Victoria, May 24th, being the Queen's birthday, was declared a holiday in Canada. Oh, that person almost wiped out. They must have hit a pothole or something. And typically over the weekend there's fireworks and lots of drinking, and it's, for many people, the start of cottage season. And I imagine there's a lot of people off to the Toronto Islands today and just the waterfront in general, hence the longer than normal wait to get onto a streetcar. That still might have been the quicker route, but if given a choice between walking or waiting, I will take walking every time as we look at Scotiabank Arena. And I think May 24th actually falls on, let's see here. Today I'm testing myself. Saturday is the 18th, Sunday the 19th, Monday 20, Tuesday 21, Wednesday 22, Thursday 23. So that would be a Friday if I didn't screw that up. That's held on the weekend prior. Logically, it might have made more sense to hold it next weekend. And we're arriving at Lakeshore, and there's a number of people waiting to cross here in both directions. Probably people like me who'd rather walk than take the streetcar. As we head underneath the Gardner Expressway. So I'm just going to keep going straight here, all the way till we get to the waterfront. There's the Harbor Commission building, along with some of the South Core skyline. Who's that bus honking at? The girl crossing the street? That didn't make much sense. There's got to be more to it than that. She was clearly in the right. And we are at Harbour Street. That's a look west. There's the Weston Harbor Castle. That's the conference center. The hotel is just on the south side of Queens Quay. I think that opened up in the early 70s. And this one will take us past the Jack Layton Ferry Terminal, where you can hop a boat over to the island. And had I have taken the streetcar, this would have been the stop. And then the plan was just to walk a few blocks to the east over to Yonge, but we'll just start it from here and go westward. Imagine being a nice day on a long weekend. Things will be quite busy down by the waterfront. And this is Harbour Square Park. And the ferry terminal up on the left here opened back in 1972, and it's in its third location. There's 3 different routes: Ward's Island, Center Island, and Hanlon's Point. There's a schedule and rates posted online, and you can buy your tickets online. I think that's the best way to do it. There's a statue of Jack Layton. And this park opened in the early 1970s. This was previously a shipping slip. And those condos opened around the same time, and they have come under fire for being quite ugly and blocking much of the waterfront. But they got this part right. They kept it open to the public. There's a giant picnic table. There goes a private water taxi. You can also take those out to the islands. A little more expensive, but a lot more convenient. There's the Portland's and Villiers Island off in the distance, and it looks like the Cherry Street Bridge is stuck upright. And that art, the Brotherhood FUBU, went in back in 2022, so it's pretty new. And the island airport is off in the distance. So we'll head over to Harbour Square Park West. There's an interesting piece of art just over here. I've always called it the Death Star. And it's actually known as Sundial Folly. And it's a sphere that was installed back in 1995. It's gotten quite windy. And there it is. There's a water taxi pulling out. The operator of that one seems quite lively. Here's one of those classic Toronto vantage points. And you may have heard of beaver tails. This might be the most well-known spot to get them in the city. It's a very rich, chocolatey pastry. And this is the Harbourfront Center. There's a Farm Boy supermarket in there. City Cruises by Hornblower. Hornblower operate those Niagara Falls ferries you see that go all the way around the Horseshoe Falls from the Canadian side. On the American side, they call them the Maid of the Mist. It's a number of restaurants right here. It's good patio weather. And I did a video last week down here, where I came down here, because there's a new public plaza that was installed that took the place of where a beloved skating rink was. It sounds like the Kahama is about to set sail. Or it's just docking.
Hold up, we gotta put the midships line on first. لانه الدرافت اللي بعثت له اياه لسه بده يشوفه بده يشوفه هون.
I think this is the lineup to get on it once it empties out. I've been on one of those cruises, but it was a very long time ago. I'll have to get an updated experience. And here's where the skating rink was. And the days of going for a skate by the waterfront are over, unless they open up something temporary. But I think this is a spectacularly poor use of land. Just a big gray concrete slab in such a prominent public spot. And the Harbourfront Center, the organization was established as a Crown Corporation back in 1972. In 1991, it became a non-profit. They work with over 450 community organizations. And they host a number of events each year. I think I mentioned in that last video, even Celine Dion and Jim Carrey have performed here. There will be a full schedule online of events that they'll be holding here throughout the summer. think our disappointing baseball team is about to face off versus the Rays, and they've got the lid open on the Skydome. Last time I was here, they were holding the Cinco de Mayo festival. Okay. Bust a Move. Dance workshops. Well, I guess that makes sense. Sunshine smoothies.
Yep.
Cotton candy. And here's one of a number of wave decks along Queens Quay. This is the Simcoe wave deck.
Like a vacation, he's coming back from vacation. No, he got to work.
So this is just covering the west half of the downtown waterfront, which is a bit older and more established than along the eastern half. There's not even a streetcar that goes east of Yonge Street. And next up will be an urban beach, as it's called, HTO Park. Once upon a time, Peter Street used to come south all the way down to the waterfront. There's a look at Rogers Center, or I guess the Skydome. I can't believe I just called it that. Let's see if I remember to go edit the audio, take that embarrassing moment out. Oh well, we all make mistakes. This whole area is on infill. And it used to be home to the Maple Leaf Silos. And that was up until 1983, and then throughout the 80s and 90s, much of what's now HTO Park was just abandoned. And this urban beach we're heading to opened up in 2007. And since then, another one has opened up, known as Sugar Beach, to the east of here. I'm sure I'll do an updated waterfront walk along that portion of Queens Quay East and the waterfront. Here we go, all the Muskoka chairs seem to be spoken for. During weekday mornings and afternoons, this is a great place to bring a book and a snack and something to sip on. Here's a look at the tower.
바람이 부니까
Some people out on a boat. Oh, that's me. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Fan, so he just wanted to say hi to you.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Do you want to be in a video?
Yeah.
You do? All right. You want to take a picture?
Can you just turn around? Stand along with you. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. And your name? Ryan?
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice to meet you. Have a good day. Cheers. Friendly viewer? And there's where we're heading to. The Canada Malting Company silos. And I don't think this old ferry or whatever you call it gets much use. I always see it just parked here. The Dartmouth 3. And this is HTO Park West, just on the left. I think we'll skip this one and head over to the Music Garden, or at least along it.
I thought there was like nothing around. Because
That's if I marry an academic.
so he's back to drum.
Shade. This is quite nice.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And coming up is the foot of Spadina, or Lower Spadina, as it's called south of front. And another wave deck. You guys got a lot of stuff in the middle of the road. It's going to be in the path of an oncoming streetcar. Hopefully he gets that sorted. And here's the 504A. That'll be turning north. Let's see how this plays out. There's the TTC maintenance vehicle. Well, she just used the switch. There's the TTC supervisor. All right. Feel free to fast forward over this part. But it looks like everyone's just in a standstill until this guy gets his shit together. Kind of an unfortunate place for that to happen.
Yeah. Correct.
Well, someone bought a Hisense 4K TV. There's a small preserved marshland.
Yeah. I will literally
And coming up on the right is the Music Garden.
Thank you so much.
And according to the City of Toronto, the park's design was inspired by Bach's First Suite for unaccompanied cello. And with each dance movement within the suite, there's a different section of the park that corresponds to that part of the tune. All right. And they've put a new finish on the outside of the old Canada Malting Company silos. It's got kind of a more industrial Art Deco look to it. That's one of two remaining silos in Toronto's Harbourfront. The other one, I think, is way off on the east side. They were built in 1928 and abandoned in the 1980s. There was a plan to turn it into a museum and some kind of theme park, and someone had plans to turn it into an opera hall.
I guess it was more like
No dogs or people allowed in the garden. It's quite nice in there. Toilets. I was about to comment, here's something you don't see a whole lot of. And they're actually open. I do have my hand sanitizer on me. Oof, that is pretty gross. All right, after these messages, we'll be right back. It's like an old repurposed bus stop. So Bathurst Street is just up ahead, but I'm going to go left here.
Just a heads up here on the bike path.
There's the Waterfront Neighborhood Center. And this area is turned into Bathurst Quay. Looks like there's a couple. Will you marry me? An exciting period for them. Those sounds you hear are from the Billy Bishop Island Airport. I've done a few videos through there, including one during doors open. I'm actually going to take a moment here just to snap a picture. Let me put my camera down. That should do. I'm thinking of going live. I've got an hour and a half to kill. I was thinking maybe I would make a second video, but I think going live might be the plan. That is depressing. That belongs on the walls at Union Station on the subway platform. There's one of the world's shortest ferry routes just up ahead. And the entrance to Billy Bishop Airport. The main airlines out of there are Air Canada and Porter. And we're now on island property. And I think that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this one, walking west along the downtown waterfront through some different parks, starting at Union Station, finishing up here at Billy Bishop Island Airport. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. All right, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good long weekend if I get this uploaded during the long weekend. And I will catch you on the next one. We'll just wait for this ferry to finish its very long journey. Yeah, good enough. Yoink.